What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Soliaka here. I am at Sebastian Inlet. I'm gonna do a little open carrying. Just trying to check out a little spot for a little open carry gathering that I have planned. Hopefully it's gonna go off in like the first week or the second weekend of December. But from what I know and what I've seen, this is a good spot. A lot of redfish, a lot of snook, a lot of jacks, a lot of everything. So really good spot. Should be a good spot for everybody to come chill at. So don't forget, hit that like, that share, and that subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe. That's the most important one. All right, Soliaker, deuces. Today. Motherfucker. Ain't that a bitch? Yep, we gotta clean them both. Motherfuck. What's up, bud? How you doing? No throwing shit. Yeah, this is gonna suck today. Not
going, you're participating in hunting, fishing, and camping. I love it.
You know it.
Damn right. I carry. The only time I open carry, not out here, but when I freshwater fish, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's interesting because I just had a long conversation with Brevard County Sheriff's Office in St. Lucie.
Nice.
And because when you read the law,
I'm from St. Lucie.
All right, you know all about it.
Oh yeah.
But here's the deal. I leave my house. And I'm going to drive to Sebastian Inlet, and I have my 9mm. I get in the car, I can strap right to the hip, I can fish on. But on the way, I stop at the gas station, I go in and I buy a soda.
You cannot do it.
That's the problem. They said because it's open to interpretation. You're going fishing, but really you're going to the gas station.
Yeah, you're going to the gas station to get something. It's only going to and from.
Be very careful.
And it's strictly just for fishing, you know, or hunting or whatever. But yeah, stay away from the stores.
You better believe it.
Or at least cover it up.
That's right.
So
the other thing I learned too was, and this is great for me, like my boat. When I'm in my car, I can keep my 9mm in its holster, snapped in the holster. Yeah. No
worries.
No problem at all. On my boat, same thing.
Yep. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can conceal or open carry, because in that section it says 79.53 and 7.06.
That's right.
These do not apply when you're doing these certain.
Exactly right.
So
now, what would you do if WC came out and said to you right now, I want to see your ID?
I would give him my fishing license.
But and if he says I want to see your license, you could say, I'd like to refer you to the Beery VUS. The Beery VUS.
I do not have to identify myself.
A gun where legally carried is not reason for probable cause stop.
Right, and that's the fine line here in Florida, because our open carry is only to certain things where you have to have a license.
Right.
That's why we have to almost show. And right now I'm talking to my lawyers as well, and I'm like, what is the law? I'm like, do I have to show my ID, or do I have to show my, and that's, I'm not out here, what I am trying to do is just undemonize guns at the end of the day.
Doing all the guys. I agree 100%. I watch the YouTube videos. I agree 100%. Nothing, it's perfectly legal.
And that's the end of the day, is what I'm just trying to do, is just make people say, hey, the guy out there fishing was not a problem.
Have you ever had a problem out here? Has anybody ever posted?
No, today's my first day. I'm actually planning an open carry event here.
Did you do an open carry event in Fort Pierce?
Fort Pierce, Miami.
You have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I saw
Solo Yacker.
What's
Solo Yacker. SOLO.
That's where I saw you. I knew I recognized you. Okay, I watch them all the time.
That's my video. Those are my videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw you. Yes.
So yes. A lot of the open carry stuff that you have been seeing recently, a lot of it's coming from me and a couple other guys, and we're just out here just trying to, you know, undemonize it, because
that's right.
Because right now I'm really scared if Gillum gets in, because he's really there's a lot of them that are really trying to take away gun rights, and we don't need that. And a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need that, and I'm like, I understand I may not need an AR to go fishing, but it's about you being able to keep your rights.
It's your right.
And that's the thing, is like, if you don't
exercise the right, you lose it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is people understand is that we're at a point where they're just saying, all right, we just want to take away this.
Did you see on YouTube? I think it was down in Miami, on the pier. Yeah. The guys got drunk.
I was there. I was one of the 6. Yeah.
Why did that happen?
A bunch of fucking, they didn't know the law. Didn't know the law.
And I think I heard you guys saying, I have a piece of paper.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, just look at that piece of paper. It says the Florida statute. No. We actually sent them a letter to the city attorney, chief of police, and the FWC, and out of the 3, the only one that got back to us was FWC. Nobody responded to our emails. Nobody. Prior to that, I actually called Miami. I thought it was Miami Beach, but I guess it's Miami, not Miami. And I talked to them. I'm like, hey, the law says I can do this, and they're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, the law says I can, and it's just it's about training. It's about
St. Lucie County is very educated.
Yeah.
The guy I talked to was great.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely, you can do it. Absolutely.
Yeah. You can conceal or open carry while you're fishing. It doesn't matter.
The only time I do it, like I said, we fish in freshwater areas. We're really way out in the willow rags.
And where you're gonna get alligators,
so
alligators, some snakes.
Just to be safe.
Dude, I've walked up on rattlesnakes up in some spillways, and the same thing. I'm like, you have to be careful. I'm like, and nowadays, I mean, more than likely nobody's gonna come out here and shoot up this fucking pier.
No.
But at the same time,
you never know. Look what just happened in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It's the same. You think some places are just like they would not go there and really mess with people, and that's not the case. Some people are just destined to do evil things.
The first videos I saw years ago was a guy named Mark Gardy.
Yep. Right? From Oregon and
from Oregon.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch him. You know?
Yeah, and I watched and I learned a lot from him, and you can watch what they have. They have a constitutional carry. It's just the police just don't like it. Here we only have certain exceptions, and
it's interesting because so many states you can open carry.
Yeah, 45, 46 now or something like that. Yep, and we're getting there. It's just they decided they wanted to go with the open carry statute instead of the they wanted the concealed statute instead of the open carry statute. And so
what kind of gun is that?
This is actually just a 22.
That's a 22.
Yeah, it's AR style, but shoots a 22 instead of a
9mm.
No, 40 Glock 23. Yeah, this is my everyday. I carry this concealed all day, but
you have concealed carry permit.
Yeah, the only reason that's for everything else. For wherever I go, I'm gonna carry always.
For me to get a concealed carry though, I have to go through the class, right?
Yeah, I have to go through a class. I think there's a way to go through the internet now.
Someone told me you could take a hunter safety course and that would be enough.
Yep, hunter safety course will get you your concealed weapons license as well. And if you hunt, like I haven't hunted and I'm looking into hunting.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at right now. It's like I have a concealed weapon, so it doesn't really matter, but I still have to take a hunter safety course to go to get a hunting's license. So yeah.
There's another guy who does them online who's really good. Photography is not a crime.
The First Amendment audits.
Yeah, Jeff. What the hell? I'm sure you know who he is. I can't think of his last name, but he does it all the time. Oh my goodness.
The First Amendment audits are a little extreme for me because it's hard for me to. You're going right up into the. You're going to the lion's den right there, and you're like I don't. I understand it, and I feel I know what they're going through, and
I think what you're doing is much better because you're really bringing. You're trying to
awareness. Awareness.
I had a couple guys saying to me, "What the hell that guy's got?" I said, "It's perfectly legal." I think when you're coming and going from fishing, hunting, and camping, it's 100% legal.
Yeah, and especially for some of these guys out here that may not have the money to go get a, it costs you roughly for the class and your when you go to pay for it, you're looking at almost $200. Not everybody has $200 to go. So if you fish and you hunt, protect yourself, and that's all we advocate is just protecting yourself.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Because you know why? The law allows it.
Yeah, and the law has to allow it.
And then they get these guys. Then they get these officers, which is ridiculous. I don't agree with. Say just because you can do it
doesn't mean you should.
You're doing it because you can.
But
there's really no reason to. Well, guess what? It's your right.
It's my right.
It's your right to do it as a
leave my rights alone. I'm not messing with other people. I'm not here trying to hurt nobody. I'm not here to mess with nobody.
So that's how I see you at the Fort Pier. Okay, I see you.
Leave me alone.
Right away.
Awesome. Hey, it's good to put a face with the video,
do you
right?
Target shoot a lot too?
Yeah. I go to the range at least once or twice a week.
You always wear ear protection?
Always.
So mad if you don't.
Yeah. I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger.
Oh, I'm 58.
Yeah, I'm 40.
My ears ring all the time already.
Yeah, I don't shoot anything super, not that big, but my 40 is loud enough. But I go to my buddy's. He's got a property, and I'll go out there every now and again without it. But for the most part, I gotta wear it.
You get many guys like me that come up and start a conversation.
Yeah, all the time. And that's what it's about. Like I said, I came out here more or less just to see, because if I'm gonna bring like 20, 30 people out here, they got to be able to fish. And
I'm out here all the time. I'm not on my boat. I'm on the jetty. During the week,
it's always the weekend.
This red tide is.
I heard about it.
I hope the hell it's going away.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully, we only got another couple of weeks until the election, so hopefully one of those guys actually do something to help control the garbage that flows out in our waters.
I think Gilliam had some really good ideas. I like it. The problem is everybody's so damn extreme. Like this guy DeSantos, I don't know, a little extreme for me, but Gilliam is so extreme on this side.
They're both extreme, and that's
so extreme.
The one thing I'm looking at is I've got Gilliam that wants to try to take gun rights away, and that's a big problem for me. Another big problem was the the taxes.
Yeah, it went to 40%.
Oh yeah, and you know, that's going to affect a lot of businesses.
A lot of small businesses.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem. It's like you have to look. Most of Florida is a lot of local grown businesses. Yes. It's not the big corporations. There's no Trump Towers. There's no this. Right. You know, there are corporations, but for the most part, it's small businesses here in Florida. You know, local grown. You know, I look at the Keys. That's a huge local business down there. Well, you know, they're all just fishing and come to Robbie's and you know, and that would kill them down there.
So that's one of the questions. I think you already touched on it, but I think I agree with you. I read it the same way. I leave my house and I'm driving 5 miles to a freshwater fishing area. Yep. When I get there, I have a choice. I don't have a concealed carry permit. I can either conceal my gun or I can open carry.
100%.
I can do either one I want. Either one. That's how I read it.
Yep. And that's how it is. If you look at both statutes, one talks about the concealed, one talks about the open carry.
That's how I read it.
And that's the #1 thing.
But the officer I spoke to was more toward do it open.
Yeah. To be honest, the police rather know who's carrying and who's not carrying. Some just don't like the fact that people are carrying, and that's the hard part, is trying to get past some of the people that are just like, oh, no guns, and that's
what happened down in Miami.
Yeah, it's very extremely liberal town, and it's hard to get past. And you know, from what I went through and the phone calls that I made down there, they don't want people with guns.
Get in trouble for what they did?
Oh, they did. They're gonna. Oh yeah. It's coming. If you're not a subscriber, say subscribe, because I've got body cam footage, and the body cam footage is just unreal.
Especially where you were telling me, look at the paper. Will you please look at the paper?
No, 2 hours. Sat in handcuffs for 2 hours.
Yeah, what are you guys saying? They were hooked?
My shoulder. Yeah, I've got this thing called shoulder impingement syndrome.
Yeah.
And it's certain motions. Like, I can go above my head. Yep. Out's not so bad, but it's the behind. As your rotator cuff starts rotating. And I'm a kayak fisherman, so I mean, half my problems, you know, I already deal with paddling all day.
Of course, yeah.
And they just didn't want to listen. They didn't care. It was just, you know, even through body cam footage, you know, they say it. They're like, oh, we didn't let them suffer.
And then I think I saw something on the news where the chief was backing his officers.
Yeah.
And they have a right to protect them.
Yeah. It's not. They say officer safety. It's not about officer safety. It's about public safety. And we were doing nothing wrong to the public.
One thing to come out and say, hey guys, you know, didn't I even read something like you guys called to let them?
We go through the proper. Like today, I didn't call any law enforcement. I don't.
Yeah, but you're here by yourself.
By myself. Why would you? But anytime that we think a group's going to be there,
of course you do.
We reach out and say, hey, we're trying to do the respectful thing and the smart thing, not the stupid thing. And you know, through the body cam footage, you know, we're like, yeah, we reached out to you, and they're like, well, we didn't know. I'm like, yeah, but your chief did.
I mean, I'm retired law enforcement up north, and you know, I've always it's very simple. If the law says you can do it, it's nobody's right to say, well, just because you can.
Feelings, man.
No, it doesn't matter. The law allows you to do it, then you can do it, and it's nobody's business as to why you're doing it. If you don't like it, change the law.
Yeah, change the law.
And that's what the law says, not about whether. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. No bullshit.
Bullshit.
It
means I can do it.
As a human being, American citizen,
it's my right.
It's your right, regardless of how anybody feels about it.
I don't care about you. I care about people's feelings. I want people to feel safe, but at the end of the day, it's
your right.
It's my right.
Yeah, I'm a very big proponent.
Yeah.
Right.
Huge.
Like
yeah. Good luck.
Good luck, Tim.
Yeah. Good luck.
That's a good looking 22.
Yeah. They're nice. Little, and my wife's not a big gun person, and she loves shooting it.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing. It was like, you know, when we went out and bought her a 9, we SIG the 938, little small compact.
Yeah.
She's scared to shit. She can't shoot it.
It's a little 6-hour 9mm.
Yeah. Little gun.
Yeah,
it's no bigger than my hand.
Yeah, because I don't like a lot of weight on mine.
Yeah. And that's one thing. This thing has a lot of weight, but at the same time, it's not that heavy, and I can conceal it, and that's all I care about. Has enough capacity. I'm good.
Now, will you have a concealed weapons permit? Could you conceal this big one if you wanted to?
If I can get it concealed, yes.
Oh, wow.
Like if you can fold it down, get it under like a jacket, whatever. Even if you can even get it under a shirt, and it's not. As long as the barrel's not showing, the handle's not showing, as long as things aren't visible, you're good.
So if FWC came out right now and they're checking everybody's cooler, I wonder if they would say anything different to you.
They say, hey, you got a fishing license? Like, yeah, I haven't caught anything. More than likely they'll leave me alone because I haven't caught anything. But at the same time,
if they push the issue, like, you have to show them a license.
I have no issues. I'm not a felon. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a fucking criminal.
I love this on YouTube. I need to see your license. Well, I haven't done anything. Have I done anything that requires a license? Well, how do I know you're not a felon? Do you have probable cause to believe I'm a felon?
Yeah. Do you know me as a felon?
Expect me to be a felon?
Yeah.
I mean, are you a felon?
Yeah.
You know how
like, you can't judge, and people tell me that, and like I have debates with people, and they're like, oh, we don't know if you're a crazy person or what. I'm like, that's the thing, is like, why would like me personally, I don't see criminals walking around like this.
Exactly. Do you stop every person driving a car unless they have a driver's license?
Yeah. and that's how it is. It's like, you can't just stop every person just to see. Now, if you've seen the person, you know they didn't have a license. Yeah, you're gonna check them because you know them. But yeah, that's where we're at. And, yeah.
You're the first person I've seen out open carry on this jetty.
Yeah, and like I said, I have plans on about 20 or 30 more coming up.
Yeah, what do you think it might be?
It's probably gonna be right here, only because that side's a little shorter.
Yeah, this would be a great place to do
it's a lot bigger, and people can they can sprawl out.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. It's coming. December first week, second week of December.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And nice cool weather. Redfish should be here.
It's a great time to do it. Pick a day during the week.
Yeah. We were gonna do a camping event at the campground, but they're completely booked through December.
They always get booked.
Yeah. I already looked out to that one, so yeah. Well, what's your name?
Mark.
Nice to meet you, Mark. Mike Taylor.
Mike
Taylor.
Mike.
Yep, I go by Solo Yacker. You'll see me again and again on YouTube.
I recognized you. I knew it. I said, that's the guy from Fort Pierce. I know it is.
Yep. And we're doing more and more and just getting the word out, brother.
No, it's good.
Good talking with you. What's up, bud? Catch a lot of redfish out here?
I mean, I saw one small one caught this morning.
Yeah.
They got quite a snook yesterday.
Yeah, I got a lot of snook up in my area right now.
Nice. Take care, Mike.
Yeah, you too, brother. Oh, good old Mr. Bluefish.